You're looking at a bottle of weed killer that costs $39.99. To you, it's a branded product. To the industry, it's a markup of more than 1,900% on a liquid that costs less than $2 at the grocery store. But you know what? This liquid was already being used during the Roman Empire. It was being used when the first farmers of Mesopotamia were cultivating their fields. And according to field trials conducted by American universities, it can actually kill certain weeds within just 24 hours. Not in a laboratory, not in a computer simulation, on real fields. The solution is probably sitting in your kitchen right now, and if that's true, it raises an uncomfortable question. Why does the world spend more than $33 billion on herbicides every year? Stick around, because in a moment you'll discover why a $2 bottle may reveal more about weed control than an entire garden center, and how to effectively and environmentally control crabgrass, dandelions, thistles, nutsedge, and many other invasive plants that invade lawns and gardens. Weed control without expensive specialty products, without residues, without poisons. But before I show you how this solution is used, you need to understand how we reached a point where people spend hundreds of dollars every year on something whose basic chemistry has been known for thousands of years. Because this story doesn't begin in a chemical laboratory. It begins more than 5,000 years ago. Most people believe weed killers are a modern invention. In reality, people were fighting the same problem long before industrialization. Weeds have always competed with crops for water, for nutrients, and for sunlight. The Sumerians in Mesopotamia faced exactly the same challenge. According to historical records, they used fermented acids along the edges of their fields to control unwanted vegetation. Later, the Romans did the same. They used concentrated vinegar solutions to keep roads, walls, and military installations free of plant growth. The same method appeared again in medieval monastery records. And farmers in rural America were already using it more than 100 years before chemical herbicides were even invented. And although thousands of years separated these cultures, they all arrived at the same conclusion. Acid destroys plant tissue, and the cheapest acid available was vinegar. Now let's take a look at exactly how vinegar affects plants. Because most people think of vinegar as a food product. Chemically speaking, it's simply acetic acid, and that acetic acid is what makes the difference. When a sufficiently concentrated acetic acid solution lands on a leaf, it immediately begins attacking the plant's protective waxy coating. That coating normally protects the plant from water loss. Once it's damaged, the plant begins losing moisture fast, very fast. The plant starts drying out, and that's exactly why treated plants often show visible damage within just a few hours. Wait a second, you might be saying, what about crops and garden plants? Won't they be destroyed too? Don't worry, we'll get to that in a moment. But first, let's go back to 1971, because what happened next will probably open your eyes. That year, a researcher at the University of Georgia conducted a field experiment. The study was supposed to last 3 weeks, but after only 4 days, the test plot was completely free of broadleaf weeds. The solution she used? Ordinary white household vinegar, 5% acetic acid, water, nothing else. The researcher documented her findings and submitted them to the university's agricultural department. Because she had discovered that acetic acid produced even better results than Roundup on broadleaf weeds. The industry's response? Nothing. Nobody showed any interest in her discovery. Instead, the results disappeared into a university archive for years. Why? Because an industry worth more than $100 billion decided it would be better if the public never heard about it. Not because acetic acid destroys soil, not because it contaminates groundwater, but because it works. Any questions? Now let's talk about how to use it. If you want to control young annual weeds, you only need 3 things: white household vinegar, a spray bottle, and a sunny day. Take the vinegar, pour it undiluted into the spray bottle. Completely coat the leaves. Wait 24 hours. That's the entire process. Let's get into the details. And now it gets interesting. According to a USDA study from 2002, solutions containing 5% acetic acid achieve mortality rates between 85% and 100% on young broadleaf weeds within a single day. When the concentration increased to 10%, even perennial weeds suffered significantly greater damage. At a concentration of 20%, The trials recorded complete kill rates. Now you might be saying, oh my god, 20%, that's corrosive. Then take a look at the bottle of vinegar essence sitting in your kitchen cabinet. Yes, that one. The same one you use for cooking and for cleaning faucets and fixtures, usually without even wearing gloves. It contains 24.9% acetic acid. Okay, you definitely don't want to get it in your eyes. Now back to your perfectly valid question. Vinegar really doesn't distinguish between weeds and garden plants. It kills whatever it touches. That's why precision matters. Never spray indiscriminately. Work carefully. In sensitive areas, use a brush or a squeeze bottle instead. For stubborn plants, a stronger mixture is often used. Take 1 gallon of white vinegar, add 1 cup of salt, add 1 tablespoon of liquid dish soap. Mix thoroughly. The salt enhances dehydration. The dish soap helps the solution stick to the leaves. Then apply the mixture directly to the target plant, not to the flower bed, not to the lawn, directly to the plant. For driveways, patio cracks, and fence lines, the mixture is often applied directly to the treated area, exactly where permanent bare ground is desired. And here's something else. Acetic acid leaves no long-term residue in the soil. While acetic acid breaks down biologically in a relatively short period of time, most herbicides remain detectable for months afterward, and not just in the soil, in our guts as well. But that's a different topic. A surface treated with vinegar can therefore be replanted after only a few days. Isn't that remarkable? Let's compare the two solutions again. On one side, a $40 bottle from a garden center. On the other, a $2 bottle from a grocery store. The same basic idea. The same chemistry. Do the math. That's a price difference of several $1,000s. How can that be? The answer is simple. You can't patent acetic acid. You can't create an exclusive formula from it. And that's exactly why it isn't displayed in glossy packaging behind locked glass cabinets. It's sitting in the grocery store, on the bottom shelf. And it has been there for decades. The Sumerians knew about it. The Romans knew about it. American farmers knew about it. And for generations, this knowledge was simply part of everyday life. Then came advertising, brand name products, and multi-billion-dollar industries. Suddenly, the simplest solution became the most unlikely one. The bottle is still there. The chemistry hasn't changed, only the knowledge has been forgotten. But to be honest, there are limits. Acetic acid is a contact herbicide. Unlike glyphosate, it does not move systemically through plant tissue. It kills only what it directly touches. For deep-rooted perennial weeds, multiple applications during a growing season may be necessary to fully exhaust the root system. But before you go ahead and eradicate all the weeds in your garden, take a moment to consider whether there might also be a useful purpose for them. If this idea interests you, feel free to write it in the comments and I'll make a video about it.